So we are starting off a new week, new vlog, and I probably should move this up. Like, new week, and we are busy. So today is Friday, but I have cleaned today, and Kevin has had a very busy week at work. He's had a million things going on. Online meetings, in-person meetings. He's had all kinds of fires to put out. But today's Friday, so that's good. But I gave Ashley our crock pot when she moved out, well, she needed it. She called me and said, hey, can I borrow the crock pot? I'm gonna make a roast. And so I said, just come get it, you can just keep it. So we bought a new crock pot today at Walmart, which you'll see in last week's grocery haul, and it's the exact same size that we had before. But what we're doing, days ago, I had been thinking, about a couple weeks ago, we had my sister and her husband over, and I said, you know, I'd really like to be able to get the family together once a month. I said, I don't think that's asking too much. And so a couple days ago, I was thinking it'd be really nice to get the family together. It's been about a month. And I thought a game night would be really fun. But because Kevin was under a lot of stress and doing a lot, he's in charge of like hiring and a hiring committee and all this, doing interviews and stuff like that. I didn't want to come to him with this. So I just forgot about the idea, and I thought, you know, we just won't do it. I won't bring it up to him. So then, last night, Andrew texted me and said, we should have a game night. I'll be back, I'm gonna take this call. Sorry about that, my phone rang. So anyway, what I said was, Andrew texted me and said, we ought to have a game night. And so at that time, Kevin and I were sitting on the couch watching a TV show, and I said, Andrew just suggested we have a game night, and I said, believe it or not, just yesterday I was thinking the same thing, that we could have a game night and we could have like all kinds of like picky food to eat like we have on Christmas Eve, and we can play games. And so that's what we're doing. So I cleaned today, and we went to Walmart. We went to Kroger yesterday, we went to Walmart today, and we bought a bunch of stuff. And so you'll have seen the stuff for this week. You have seen it in last week's grocery haul. So you're probably wondering, what are they going to do with all that cream cheese and stuff like that? And so it's mainly for stuff for tomorrow. So we are going to, Ashley is going to make those tarts. I think she did a video on them, these fruit tarts. She's going to make those and bring them, and she's also going to buy a vegetable tray. We're going to do little smokies. We're going to do those, we did a video of the King's Hawaiian rolls with the ham and the Swiss cheese. We're going to do those because they were so delicious, and we haven't had them since we did that review. But when we tell you we think something's good, you know, we're not lying. We like it enough to have it again. So then we bought potato skins. You'll have seen those last week in the haul. We're gonna do buffalo chicken dip with the Tostito scoops. We're gonna do Oreo balls. Kevin's making a cheese ball. Kevin's making peanut butter roll, and then we're gonna have mozzarella sticks. So just a bunch, like I said, a bunch of picky stuff, but we have a lot of stuff with meat. So like the potato skins, they come with bacon and stuff like that. But then we also have to, Christina's vegetarian. So Ashley making the fruit tarts and the vegetable tray. Christina will be able to eat that. She'll be able to eat mozzarella sticks, peanut butter roll, Oreo balls. And then the Hawaiian rolls, you put ham on the pieces and you put Swiss cheese on them. But I told Kevin last night, I said, we'll just make sure we leave like 3 rolls with no meat on them at all, and just put Swiss cheese on them so that she can eat those. So so I've got my little this 3-tier tray, and then I have another one I washed. I need to dry it in the sink. It's a pain because it's square.
I just told me I didn't get it wet.
No, I need to let it dry. Or you're working on the peanut butter roll, that's what I thought. This one's a pain, you probably can't see it from there. It's clear, but it's a pain because I couldn't find one that I wanted, and so I bought this. I think I bought it back when it was Garden Ridge, and it's just huge. It's just, it's modern looking because it's square, and it's not like my other one that I have that I really like, but it will do. Did I say sausage balls? Yeah, Kevin's making sausage balls. And then tomorrow we'll probably get the toaster oven out. Normally we put them in the freezer, but we probably won't put them in the freezer. We'll probably leave out all that we want to cook tomorrow because what's the point in freezing them? So we'll probably just put what we're not going to eat in the freezer, and then tomorrow we'll be able to use the toaster oven to cook those, because I really like being able to use the toaster oven for sausage balls. And I think, I don't know, to me they seem to cook faster. I mean, that might be wrong, but they just seem to cook faster to me. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm getting ready to make Oreo balls, and that's gonna be our Friday night, is cooking. Kevin has 2 boxes to open by himself because they're Kevin's. He got them hours and hours ago, and I told him, I said, the sun is shining like right on your face where you're sitting. It's literally shining on your face. I told him, I said, you have to wait. You have to wait to open your packages for me to film it.
It's like telling a little kid he has to wait on Christmas.
Yeah.
So everybody has to eat first before you open your presents.
Yeah. Kevin loves to get stuff in the mail. So what the deal is what, like a couple months ago, you ordered one of these shirts from Kohl's. And
because I like the Henley style, the buttons that are in the middle, like it's almost like a baseball shirt, but it's got like 3 or 4 buttons right here. But I also like the thermal material, that rough kind of material, like a thermal shirt. So that had both of them. The one I had, it was short sleeve, had the buttons, and it had the thermal. So I like it, but it wasn't thermal like in hot thermal, it just had that texture.
So why didn't you order it from Kohl's again?
Because they're $25.
Okay.
Or somewhere close to that, $25. These were only $19.
Ah, okay.
And I bought these at, believe it or not, online at Tractor Supply.
So you looked up the same brand.
I looked at, this is the same, Smith's, I think it's Smith's work clothes or something, Smith's workwear. Smith's workwear.
So you looked online and Tractor Supply sold them.
So I got the same kind of, I can open it if you want.
So what they did was, it was what, free ship to the store?
Free ship to the store, and they email you, and they texted me too, saying, hey, your shipment's there. And so I went and got it.
And it was no big deal. We walked in and he gave the girl his name, and that was it. So these are short sleeve.
In this blue version.
Yeah, he has a blue one. So he got the gray, and they do have a pocket.
Yeah, and the pockets for me is whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't really use the pocket. And then would
I think I got
a black one maybe?
I think this is one.
I know
got two
they.
other shirts too. So.
I know they had like a cream one, and you did not want the cream.
Cream and like a sagey green.
Right.
I didn't want those.
Right.
No, but this is just a t-shirt.
So that does not have.
But it's the same material.
Right. So it
You like
doesn't. I do like that very much. So it doesn't have the buttons, but yes, I do love that material.
It's just the t-shirt kind. Because I'm always looking for new shirts. I never have enough.
Yeah, Kevin's gotten past the age. There's the one with the buttons. Kevin's gotten past the age where he wants to wear something that says Iron Maiden or something on it, you know.
I think about UK shirts because this is UK.
Because it's sporting. So this is the black one with the buttons. So he ordered 2 with buttons and 2 without buttons.
I don't know what this one is.
Didn't you?
It might be it's just another t-shirt, but I think it's just the dark blue version of the t-shirt.
But it doesn't have buttons.
No, it's just a t-shirt.
So you got 2 with buttons and 2 without.
I forgot I got 2 t-shirts.
Yeah, so this is the exact same color that he already has, except it doesn't have buttons. That looks small.
Fit. They're all kind of long-tailed shirts, so you can wear them untucked if you want to.
No, it looks small.
Oh, no, it's an extra large.
Oh.
That's
a medium. I thought it looked small.
Well.
So they sent you the wrong size, or you chose the wrong size. That I could tell that was small. Because normally I order a men's medium.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you can.
Yeah, but you needed the shirt, not.
Okay. If I got 3,
you make sure that the other ones are the right size.
They felt like it.
Can you not send it back?
I probably could, but why worry about it? You can wear it.
Because
you don't like it, unless you just don't like it.
No, I do like it. I just hate.
This was a 2X, and I know I didn't.
See that?
I thought that was awfully big.
Yeah, you need to.
That's like a blanket.
You know what? And if you're gonna send one back, you need to send the other back. Yeah.
I currently have a Fire 8 HD, and it's an older one. It's like, what I tell you, it's 5 years old.
And some people are probably like, well, what is a Fire?
A Fire HD is Amazon's tablet. It's a cheap tablet. Like an iPad is $800,000-$900,000 for an iPad. These are
$800,000 or $900,000. What?
8 or 9 up to $1,000.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand what you said. Okay.
8 or 900,000. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't understand.
I think you can get them from anywhere from like $799 to $1,000. They're expensive, one way or the other.
Okay.
These are like you can get the 8, the number 8, the 8 for $89, I think. You can get this is the 10-inch one, and you can get it for $129, much cheaper than an iPad. Most of what I do on the tablet is just read books anyway. So I don't really need anything high. I don't need a fancy iPad to read a book reader. But mine was getting really old, really slow. It was it's not very bright. It's not great. So I ordered a 10-inch new one.
And how much did this cost?
I think the total was like $150.
Is this the same thing that Barnes & Noble sells?
They have a Nook.
Okay.
This is Amazon.
Okay, so a Nook is their Barnes & Noble brand?
Yeah, it's a Nook.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is the tablet, and then I bought the case as well.
And you got a black case?
Yeah, a black tablet and a black case. Okay, I did look. The confirmation they sent to me did have that size on it. So they had a medium and a 2X. I think what happens is they didn't have the sizes for every color. So I think what happened was the order that you select thing is backwards, I guess, from what I looked at. So I picked the size first, and then I picked the color, and I'm wondering if they didn't have my size in that color, and they flipped it to other colors. They just switched it to like a default size for that color. I don't know what happened.
And you didn't notice.
And I just didn't notice. So I've done this before. Just don't pay attention. So I didn't think it was their fault necessarily, because why would they randomly just pick a medium and a 2X shirt?
Exactly.
So, but anyway, no big deal though. I went on their website. You go to your order and you hit returns, and you pick the ones you want to return, and you say why. And I just said do not fit. and you can select it to either ship it back or return it to the store. I just said return to the store. I printed out a little confirmation piece of paper with a barcode on it, and I'll just take it back to the store tomorrow. So big deal at all.
And then if you want to order them later,
and if I want to order another one later, if I like, I mean, I'm gonna like the shirts anyway. And
but that way you don't have to worry about shipping or anything if you're taking them back to the store.
Yeah, if I take them back to the store.
But if you lived out of town or something, I can see where maybe you would want to ship them.
Yeah, if it's nowhere near you, yeah, definitely ship them back. And I didn't pay attention if there was a cost for shipping them back. I don't think there was, but I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think there was.
I truly just didn't pay attention. I'm just opening this. First of all, this case, love this case. It's like a denim-y kind of case. The one I have now is this like plastic, it's kind of rubbery.
Let me go get it.
So this is what I have now, and this is what I have now right here. It's plastic, rubbery kind of texture. And it's already pulling apart. Of course, I've had it for 5 years. It's held up pretty good for 5 years, I think.
It has.
So it's got that, and then you can see it's cracked. It's getting dirty.
That's significantly smaller.
Oh yeah.
Look at the difference in the size.
Yeah, it's definitely smaller.
Wow.
So this is the new tablet.
And I thought he would have to like charge it up or something.
I will probably charge it up, to be fully
Is there
charged.
stuff in here?
Yeah, charger.
Oh, okay. Does it come with earbuds or
no? It doesn't come with anything like that. I mean, you are talking about a cheap tablet.
I didn't know.
They're not going to give you any more than they have to.
I didn't know what it came with.
It should come on.
You thought it was going to be charged up, but it's not.
Hold on.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it came on.
But you can see how much bigger it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a huge difference.
And you can watch videos. I mean, you can do YouTube on here. You can do any app that they have is fine. I use a program called Paprika on that tablet.
Yes, I love
has
that.
recipes and stuff.
Yes.
You have to enter them all, or you can download it from websites, which is really cool because it automatically formats them, pulls the pictures in, and everything.
What do you have to do to take it from on here to
I should be able to just link it to my account, and it'd be
just
fine.
like your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
cool.
see. So anyway.
Yeah, I like the paprika thing because, like he said, he has to enter the recipe, but it's really nice to be able to just have this instead of a book, to have this next to you and to be able to look up the recipe on that instead of depending on a book that you may or may not catch on fire. So, yeah. For example...
Don't show that.
This recipe book, where is it? Were you laid it?
Right there.
Well, yeah. It was laid on a burner or something.
That's when I was making peanut butter pie. and the burner was off, but it had just been turned off. So yeah.
That's hilarious. This is why, yeah, it's better to have...
I think that's the last page, because I think the peanut butter pie was like...
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see, look.
Yeah, there's chocolate peanut butter pie. That's funny. So it is the next day. It is Saturday. This is the day that everybody's coming over here. And Kevin, he showed you those shirts yesterday from Tractor Supply. We took them back today and he got a full refund. They didn't charge you for shipping or anything. They gave him the full refund and they just put it back on the card, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because so we used our Apple card. They just put it back on our Apple card.
It will be on our card.
Yeah. And they gave us a receipt. And then we ran to Walmart. And then we came back here and I made some videos. And so now Kevin is... this is for the cheese ball, and I haven't had...
And the potato skins.
Yeah, yes, because those TGI Fridays potato skins, they come with cheese and bacon, but they don't come with a lot of green onions, so we definitely want the green onion flavor. So we'll add some of these to them, and everybody, I don't think anybody doesn't like onion. But we haven't had one of these, like... get-togethers with like snacky food. We've had dinners and stuff, but we haven't had snacky type food like this in a long time. So it's been a while since we've had one of these cheese balls, and I absolutely love it. It uses this Armour dried beef. What aisle did we get this in? With the Spam?
Yeah, it's where the span is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's dried beef and it looks like this. It's
Looks
just like
leathery skin or
yeah,
something.
it's like dried lunch meat, but they've put it in a jar. So where is that made? Made in the USA.
It's made by all.
In New Jersey. That's what I was wondering, in New Jersey. It says refrigerate after opening, but now we always use the entire jar. So you use a block of cream cheese and you use all of that, and you use green onion and then garlic salt, and that's it, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And that's it. And then you, Kevin will take his wedding ring off, and he will, yes, because he will use his hands, and
so it looks like other.
Yeah. And he'll use his hands, and then he molds it all together into a ball, and then we'll put it on a plate, and we'll cover it, make sure you cover it, and put it in the refrigerator. And we like to have Ritz crackers with this. It's just the saltiness in the cheese ball, and then the salty in the Ritz crackers goes really well together. But it's a really quick, easy something to serve at a party. So now we're going to work on, these are the King's Hawaiian.
Baked ham sandwiches.
Yeah, and we did a whole video of these. So, because King's Hawaiian sent us the rolls and the recipe cards. Yeah, so we made the recipe on the recipe cards, and it says on the card that you can make these up ahead of time and like get them prepared and refrigerate them, and then you can, when it's time for your get together or dinner or whatever, then you can pull them out and put them in the oven. So that's what we've decided to do, because we like to wash as many dishes as we can and get rid of all the mess before people get here. So, and that's what Kevin's going to do. This is the mixture with, it has butter and Dijon mustard and onion and Worcestershire sauce, yep. And so we bought Oscar Mayer ham. When we did the video, it's a deli ham, so I think we went to the deli and bought ham.
But that says deli fresh.
But this says deli fresh, so we bought Oscar Mayer honey ham. But then for the cheese, we bought this Sargento, and we actually had bought cheese from the deli too. So we bought this Sargento because it has a really good flavor, and we bought the Swiss just like the recipe said. But then when we made, this is their recipe card, and so that's what they end up looking like. But when we made it, we put our little alterations on there that we would use less of all of these than what they said, just because we didn't think it needed as much. But we're making 2 pans tonight, so we are using the full-size recipe that everything they have on the card.
I'm also I'm separating these rolls. They want you to leave them as one big hunk.
Yes.
But we found last time it was really hard to like cut them in half.
Yes.
After you've got all the cheese, it's hard to kind of get them cut. So, and it might be easier with this ham, I don't know. But so I'm separating them out, and we're going to actually make individual sandwiches.
Yeah, because last time it was like they had you just lay slices
layers of stuff,
and then layer all the cheese, and then it was
hard.
To slice it. Yeah, once you cut it, it was hard to slice it. So it takes a little bit more effort to make individual sandwiches, but it'll be much easier. And Christina is vegetarian, so we're making her like a couple of cheese only. We'll probably make 3 of these that have only cheese and no meat at all, and we'll just give her double cheese. This is just, since we're having just a game night, I kept the table really simple. We're having 11 people, so I needed to bring in an extra chair. Fortunately for us, this table is so wide, there's plenty of room for 2 chairs at the end. So even if we were to have 12 people, we would be able to put an additional kitchen chair down there at that end. So these chairs, the kitchen chairs, they're dark, and so they kind of blend in, and they're the same height So they're not a lot higher or lower, so they really go. So we're going to be eating off styrofoam, because it's a lot of picky food. We're going to be eating off styrofoam plates, which they're not fancy. Fancy at all. They're just white styrofoam plates, but they're divided. They're divided plates, because like when you're having buffalo chicken dip, you want it divided into its own section of the plate, or it'll run everywhere. But so we're gonna have all the other food in the kitchen, but in here I've put just food to nibble on, and this is kind of, there we go. So we have reviewed all of these foods, but you will probably not see the review. I don't know when the reviews will go up. Probably not for a little while after this. But we bought, these are the cookie, I think they're called like cookie crusted almonds from CVS. They're the gold emblem. These are the Jordan almonds from CVS. These are from the Fresh Market, and they are the Merrick brand lemon blueberry shortbread bites. These are strawberry shortcake covered almonds from CVS, and these are the Sconza limoncello almonds, and they have white chocolate. And then the spicy stuff was actually sent to us. This is the bar mix, and this is the Cantina, and this is the original, and this is the hot, and these were mailed to us from Stephen and Angela and Reese and Brooklyn in South Carolina. And this is our way of being able to enjoy them ourselves, but also just share them with everyone. This is the perfect opportunity for people to come over here and to try all three of them. So I know that they bought them for us to review, but I know they'll be thrilled that they're part of our game day today. So that's what I'm going to do with the table. I have anybody that said, what can I bring? Ashley is bringing a fruit tray, and not a fruit tray, a vegetable tray, and she's bringing fruit tarts. But everybody else is just bringing drinks. I said, just bring whatever it is that you want to drink. So I don't even have to worry about glasses other than the kids. For Gavin and Amia, I will make them their chocolate milk cups, which I already have out in the kitchen. You probably saw those earlier sitting out on the counter, just so I could get them together before they get here. Anything that I can do ahead of time, I do, because it just makes it easier. So I have a pull on that. I'm going to cut that off with a pair. Look at that. Right there's one too. I'm going to cut that off with some scissors. So I just wanted to show you the table. And so we're going to have the plates in the kitchen, those styrofoam plates, and they'll get their plates in the kitchen and then bring them in here. But I've already handed out the napkin. These were actually for Easter, but we didn't have an Easter get-together this year, so it's just a cute little rabbit. I mean, it doesn't say Happy Easter anywhere on it, so it just looks like a cute little a rabbit. So that's what we have. So we have everything ready for the game night. Ashley brought this fruit, and this is a fat bomb. She's done a recipe on it before. She brought some graham crackers and some pretzels. She made her fruit tarts, which she's done a video of as well. There are the sausage balls. We made those in the toaster oven. We just have regular Lay's potato chips, some Loft House cookies. This is the cheese ball, the peanut butter fudge. These are Oreo balls. We have cookies, lemon and vanilla. We have the King's Hawaiian ham and cheese. Then we have the vegetable tray from Ashley. She brought that too. And then over here we have buffalo chicken dip and Tostito scoops. And then we have, this is a Prego to go with the mozzarella cheese sticks. These are the TGI Fridays potato skins, which we added onion to. And then we have our little Smokies. Yeah, those are Oreo ones.
Oreos with,
So I didn't get any sweets yet. I'm gonna come back and get sweets. This is all my savory stuff. So today, while Gavin and Amelia were here, we gave them some of these little num-noms like we did last week in the vlog. And so Amelia got this, and then she also got this one. And then Gavin got a SpongeBob. His name is Gary, and he is a rare one, Gavin said. And then he also got a car, and he got a different car this time. Which car did you get? What did you get? You got a flag. Instead of a stop sign this time, he got a flag. And what car is this? Ooh, here, let me show it. It's like a police car, isn't it?
No, the police car looks different. I don't know what this is.
Is it like some kind of emergency car? Because it has lights on top.
Yeah. And then the flag, you maybe just...
You didn't put your sticker on your flag.
It had no sticker. Oh, this sticker.
You could have, or you could leave it on the box. It doesn't matter.
No.
So Kevin's in here doing the dishes. Everybody's gone, and we sent everybody home with some food, lots of food. So he's doing the dishes. Gavin and Mia are spending the night. They're spending the night, and I am doing the vacuuming after everybody leaves. So that's what's going on now. And I'll tell you in just a few minutes what games we played.
First.
Gavin wants to show us his home on Minecraft.
No, it's the piglin's home.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Piglin.
Oh, okay. You show us.
This is their lava. They love lava in the nether.
Okay.
I just spawned them with the egg you can see right here.
Uh-huh.
And you see we got these torch. We got a few of these furnace. We're gonna crack
This is one of the smartest things I've done, is have Minecraft on my computer.
And we have this.
Uh-huh.
They love music, this kind of music, and I like it too. And we have soul torch right here. They're not very bright, but these are brighter. And now for the roof toppings. We put stuff on the roof. And you see we have beds for them to sleep, but they don't really sleep. But I wanted to make it interesting.
So this was one of the smart things I did. Another smart thing that I did was I had my iPhone, and it was acting up. It wasn't working right. I don't remember exactly what it was doing because it's been a couple weeks ago. So it was acting up. I had to order a new one. So Kevin ordered me a refurbished one. That was my choice because I'm cheap and I did not want to pay the price for a brand new iPhone. So I got a refurbished one. But I was thinking one day, Amelia loves to look at my phone. She likes to watch YouTube on my phone. So I asked Kevin, I said, can we, they were gonna come over, and I said, can we pull that old iPhone out, and could she watch YouTube on that iPhone? And he said, sure. So I've got my phone and she never touches it. And when I know they're gonna come over here, I just charge up my old iPhone and she can take it and she can watch YouTube. So even though we don't have a TV in the kitchen, she can watch it while she eats in the kitchen. She can watch it in the dining room, whatever. So just a while ago, they wanted toast and butter for breakfast. And she was watching the phone in the kitchen, and she said, can I take this out in the den with me? And I said, sure. So she's out there right now. Instead of watching TV, she's watching YouTube. The reason that is more convenient for her is because she does like watching YouTube, and she constantly is switching the video. She's like any typical child where she'll get 5 minutes into the video and she's like, this is boring, I want to watch something else. So on the phone, you can really, really easily scroll and pick out something new. On the TV, it's not that easy. It's a whole different, pushing different buttons and everything like that when you're trying to do it on your television. So the phone's just easier. So she has that right now. But I was going to tell you the games we played last night because I was tired last night. We did not plan on the kids spending the night. I didn't know how tired I was going to be, so I hadn't actually asked them to spend the night. But then they got out to the car, and Gavin said, I don't want to go home. He said, I don't want to go home. And I know that feeling because I can remember when I was his age, my parents picking me up from my grandmother Scott's house and me crying because I was in the back of the car on the way home with them, and they said, my mom was like, what's wrong? And I said, I want to spend the night with grandmother Scott. And they had gone to the laundromat, and they had the clean laundry in the back of the car. And I mean, I was little, and I can remember we went back to my grandmother Scott's house, and my mom got me clean laundry out of the laundry basket and let me stay with my grandmother Scott because I was so upset and I didn't want to leave her. And so when Gavin said last night, I don't want to leave, I don't want to go home, it was like, you know, I understood that. And so it was no big deal for them to spend the night at all. I brought them in the house. We cleaned up from everything, and
we watched one episode of I think it's DuckTales.
DuckTales. Yeah, we watched one episode of DuckTales on Disney Plus because those are only like 20 minutes long, and it was late. Kevin and I were exhausted.
Me too. I was exhausted at that time too.
Gavin says he was exhausted, but I do have to say that Gavin played Kirby for a while.
I know, I played it for like 5 minutes.
It felt like 5 minutes to Gavin. It was more like 15. And we also talked for a really long time. Gavin and I have very long conversations in the bed, which I love. So the games we played last night, we played bingo. I think we played like 2 or 3 rounds of bingo. And what's so funny about bingo, I found it hilarious, is that John said at the very beginning of bingo, he said, bingo makes me mad because...
It made him happy.
Because he said they'll go to play bingo where they have to pay money. They have to pay to play. And there's a prize, like you can win money. So you're paying a little bit, but you're winning a lot. And so he made this big proclamation at the beginning that it makes him mad because he never wins. And I'll be darned if he didn't win. But what was so funny is we didn't have any prizes, so there was no prize here. So it was free to play, but you also didn't win anything. So the one time that he wins, he really didn't win anything but bragging rights. So I just thought that was funny. Who else won bingo? Jesse and Gavin won on the same round. So they literally both got bingo at the same time. And then we played a game that I made up. And then we played...
Actually, Daddy, Jesse and me and Daddy, I played one. Like all 3 of us.
You think Daddy won too?
Yeah, I looked at all 3 of us, and I think we all 3 won at the same time.
And then we played categories. We played a couple rounds of categories. And then we played loaded questions, which was funny, and it was a lot of fun. And I thought it was interesting in loaded questions. Everybody had to name like a word that they didn't like. And somebody had put down the word crispy. And I thought, who is bothered by the word crispy? Well, it ended up being my niece Jessie, who did the ghost video with me and my sister. And I said, crispy? Why would the word crispy bother you? And it just bothers her. Some people just don't like certain words. That word bothers her. But we always enjoy playing loaded questions because it makes us laugh, and you never know who's gonna say what. And it was a lot of fun. So, but the kids had a bath. I think I said that. And then I had a shower, Kevin had a shower, and then we watched the episode, and then we went to bed.
But me and you talked.
We did. We talked for a long time, which I enjoy. But now Amelia slept on my grandmother Scott's couch last night. She's never done that before. That's where she wanted to sleep. I wasn't going to argue. She got a blanket, she got a pillow, and that's what
I gave her the pillow.
You gave her the pillow?
Yeah, I asked her if she wanted a pillow.
Yeah, so I mean, she slept on grandmother Scott's couch, and she was fine there all night. So that's just where she wanted to be. So it is 8:48 now, and Andrew's supposed to be here at 10. And so anyway, that's what we did last night. But I think everybody had a really good time. We didn't play as many games as I thought we would play, but now that
John, you get that many people together though,
it's hard. Yeah, you
get 9 or 10 people playing the same game. It's hard,
and you want to talk and stuff like that in between,
and laugh about stuff,
and laugh and have a good time. And you know, John and Jennifer have the chickens. And the chickens were out, and they needed to go home and put the chickens away.
She bought 3 new ones. I'm gonna name one.
Yeah, they have 3 new chickens, so we will have to go out there.
And she whenever they hatch on Monday, she said
they're supposed to get some chicks.
And then she said I can name one.
I told John last night. I said I think every member of the family should get to name an animal on your farm. So he was saying, well, we don't have that many. And I said, yeah, but you're getting ready to have chicks. So I think we should each get to name one of those chicks, something that we want to, just because I just think we should. And because I want to name an animal. So, you know, for all the children I never had, I think I should get to name an animal. Gavin, what would you name it?
I already called the name.
What? What's your name?
I'm gonna name Bingo.
Bingo? Bingo.
Actually, I'm gonna name him Kirby. I'm gonna name him Kirby.
Kirby. Kirby's a good name for Gavin because Gavin loves the game Kirby. Couple of things I wanted to mention that were in the vlog last week, and I said I would, or I wanted to bring up this week because if I don't bring it up right now, I'll forget. I mentioned that Kevin cannot find Barks root beer in the stores. So that prompted someone to ask me, have you noticed store shelves have had any kind of storage, shortage or whatever? And I said no, because honestly, I haven't noticed any shortage at all. So I do know, I am aware that there are people on YouTube who are stocking up because, you know, they feel like they need to, but I have not noticed that at all. We have plenty of meat. The shelves are full. It's just that some companies have chosen, they have prioritized some of their products over other products. That doesn't mean that there still isn't tons on the shelf though. So just like the Barks, they might not be making Barks, but they're making plenty of everything else. Somebody else just told me that they can't find Diet Dr. Pepper, but I guarantee you can find. Yeah, Kevin's buying Diet Dr. Pepper. So it, you know, they're prioritizing these companies what they want to make, but that doesn't mean that the shelves aren't full of other things. And I will tell you something else that I found very interesting. I wanted to make a recipe using Hershey's Gold candy bars. So I went in a couple of stores and they didn't have any. I mean, none. Like they didn't have the packages of the Hershey's Gold. And the Hershey's Gold, I've said it a million times, it's the best product that Hershey makes. If you haven't tried it, well, you're out of luck right now. But if you haven't tried it, as soon as they come back, you need to. But I went in a couple of stores and I thought it's just a fluke that they don't have these. They didn't have the Kisses, they didn't have the mini bars, they didn't have the jumbo bars, regular candy bars at the checkout. I had checked like Kroger and Walmart. So then once you've checked Kroger and Walmart and they don't have them, it becomes like, okay, what's wrong with this picture? So we went to like a Shell station, we went to Speedway, we went, there was Meijer, we checked other stores and no Hershey's Gold. So I went in our local Dollar General store, and the lady's real nice there that works there, and she said, was there anything you were looking for? Because she knows I'm always looking for something. And she said, was there anything in particular you were looking for that you didn't find? And I said, well, I was looking for Hershey's Gold bars, and I said, I can't find them anywhere. And she said, that's because they are not delivering them. They're no longer delivering them for sale at stores. She said, you might want to try a random gas station somewhere that might still have some. She said, but they are not delivering for sales in the stores right now, and they haven't been for like 6 months. Well, I hadn't noticed because I haven't wanted one in that long. So, but it absolutely shocks me, and I don't know, I'm assuming I don't know if it's because of what's going on, and it's one of those that they have put on, that it's like a low priority, or did they make this decision before all this stuff happened? I don't know. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but so I no longer need the Hershey's Gold because I just bought different candy bars for the recipe that I want. It's not going to be what I wanted it to be because I wanted Hershey's Gold. But other candy bars, that's okay. I'll use those. And I will do, when Hershey's Gold, I'm hoping they'll maybe come out with something for Halloween, like a Halloween package or something, and I'll buy them then. So it's not a big deal at all. But I just thought that was interesting. And then during a video, I'm thinking it was during the video that Kevin and Andrew and I were together, and we reviewed the 3 slices of cake from Kroger. There was a carnival and a rainbow, and then there was like a marshmallow chocolate chip cookie dough or something. It was chocolate. Anyway, these 3 slices of cake. And in there, I must have said something about the way I've been trying to eat my food lately. And I mentioned Ashley, that Ashley had taught me a new way to look at food and eat food. So I think it was Rachel asked me in the comments, she said, what is this, this way that I wish I could, if I had thought about it, I would have been on her comment, and that way I could have read you exactly what she said, the way that she worded it. But basically she was saying, you know, what did Ashley tell you? How did Ashley, you know, recommend that you eat? And Ashley, I don't know if, because Ashley moved out, I don't know if a lot of people realize, Ashley's probably lost like 60 pounds. And she is a small person. So, she had gained some weight. She had put on weight, you know, just like you do. And so she has gone through a transformation where she's lost probably 60 plus pounds. And she told me that from what she said, I realized I've been looking at my food my whole life wrong. I have my entire life I've been saving the best bite for last. That's how I always eat. That's how I've always eaten everything. If I get a piece of cake, I will eat the plain cake first, and I will save the icing for last. If I get a piece of lasagna out of the pan, and it has that thick crust of cheese on the side, that really brown crispy cheese, I'll save that for last because I know that's going to be the best bite. Ashley has me looking at food completely different now. She said that she has learned to eat the best bite first. Because if you learn to eat the best bite first, chances are you're going to leave more of whatever it is on the plate and you're not going to eat it. And she's absolutely right. I never thought of it that way. That I have this whole piece of cake and I'm basically eating a bunch of cake. Now, some people love cake more than they love icing. I'm the opposite. I want the sweet, sweet icing, the frosting. So for me, I'm eating this whole big piece of just cake just so that I can get to the good part at the end, which is the best part for me, which is the frosting. So I'm eating a lot of cake that I probably really don't even want. I mean, the cake's just okay to me. So now I am trying to eat the frosting first. Eat the frosting first, and of course I put cake with it. I just don't eat the frosting. But if you will eat that frosting first, then chances are you're not going to eat the rest of that cake because it's going to be plain to you. It's not going to look the same to you anymore. Same goes with other things on your plate. If you have, if you have a plate full of cheesy rotini with tomato sauce, and you have all this golden cheese on top, if you would eat the top first, the pieces with the cheese, then you're probably going to leave that plain rotini that just has the tomato sauce. You're probably going to leave a lot of that on your plate. Not all of it, but some of it. Even if it's just 4 or 5 pieces of rotini, then that's 4 or 5 pieces that you probably would have eaten before just to get to the good part. So that it's really, I have to think about it because it is exactly the opposite of the way I have thought my entire life. I'm still not used to thinking like that. But I try to be conscious of it because some people are going to eat everything on their plate no matter what. But for me, it has made a big difference when it comes to things like cake and cupcakes, dessert especially, because I definitely was eating a lot of cake that I didn't want just to get to the good part, and so I try not to do that anymore. So Rachel wanted, I think, some clarification on what I meant by that, and so that is a lot of what Ashley did. Ashley eats the good part first. She throws away what she doesn't want. No guilt. No guilt about throwing the rest of the piece away. She doesn't feel bad about throwing whatever it is away. But she also, for her to lose weight, she also, of course, cut back the number of times a day she was eating as well. So she really tries to limit. She might not eat until, she might go all day without eating, and then she might not eat anything until 6 o'clock that night. And then she might, from dinner time until she goes back to bed, she will eat a lot in that time period, but she doesn't eat anything else the rest of the day. What is that called, Kevin? When people look at the time that they eat? When you only eat between certain times, what is that called?
Something fasting. Intermittent.
Intermittent, that's it. Intermittent eating. It's kind of, I guess it's like that, but it was unintentional for her. A lot of people do it with purpose, and they very specifically look at times on the clock and stuff like that. For her, that is just how it ended up. It ended up that her schedule was so that, and she likes to cook a lot of homemade meals that involve a lot of cooking. And so for her, it was most convenient to prepare those meals and eat those meals. I would say she eats those probably around 5 or 6 o'clock at night. And so it was just a convenient time of day for her to cook. So it just happened naturally with her. And then if she wants some Ben & Jerry's or something like that after that, she eats that. But she'll go all day long. Now, that just because I'm telling you this doesn't mean that I think I'm an expert or anything like that. I'm not a diet expert. I think that a lot of people that comment on YouTube videos believe they are experts, and they believe that their way is the only right way. I don't feel that way. I think that everybody gets to judge for themselves, and everybody can eat the way they want to eat. And I don't think it's anybody else's business. And frankly, I just don't care what people say. You know, I've gotten hateful comments all the time, and sometimes I'll delete them because, you know, I'm like, I don't want people to read this garbage, you know? So if it's a really hateful comment, sometimes I'll delete it. But otherwise it's like, why do I care? I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm an adult woman, and I'm gonna eat the way I want to eat, and you eat the way you want to eat, and it's none of your business how I eat. It's none of my business how you eat. So, but you get people behind the keyboard that, you know, they feel like they know. So you just have to learn, if you are living with people who feel that way, or you're constantly going to relative's house and you feel judged by the way you eat or whatever, you just can't worry about it. You have to let it roll off your back, and you have to do you, and you have to let them do them, because that's just something I feel that it's very personal, and you're the one that has to live in your body, not them. And they're not buying the food for you, and they're not buying your clothes for you, and so they don't get to make those decisions for you. That's my opinion. But anyway, Rachel, I hope that answers your question. Eat the best part first. We have some boxes to open from you all. We kind of waited until a few days to go to the P.O. box, just because I don't know, we really haven't been out of the house that much, except to run to Walmart or Kroger or something like that.
It's been a crazy time for work too, though.
Yeah, it really has. So school for Kevin and other students, school has started back up, and so he's had all kinds of meetings, and you know, he is the assistant dean of distance learning, and so anything, who knew when he accepted this position that everything was going to be distance learning, you know?
Which is fine.
So, oh yeah, he doesn't mind at all. He's fine with it. But you didn't know that, you know, most of the time people are going to class. Now everything's online, especially like for him and his college. This whole first week, they would have normally been on campus this week, and instead they're all at home. And what good did that do to be home the first week rather than on campus?
It gave everybody time to communicate their plans to getting people back on campus.
Oh,
because we
okay.
can't, like, you have a classroom full of normally 30 people.
Right.
30 people can't be in the room at the same time.
Okay.
So only half of them, like 15, can be in the room at one time. So the plan was during this week, the students would be online, and that would give faculty time to communicate their meeting schedule with their students, because we don't know our final schedule until the first day of classes usually, even a few days after classes start. So it gives them time to communicate, like, okay, A through N, or these people are gonna meet on Mondays, this schedule, and then this group is gonna meet on Mondays on these days.
Right.
So they can schedule it all out.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
So we can split the classes up, because
Well,
we can't have everybody in the room at the same time.
Well, so he's been busy. So anyway, that's why we haven't been to the P.O. box too. But Jean, I got your package. Jean sent me a whole packet of coupons. So thank you very much to Jean for the coupons. I haven't looked through them yet. I pulled them out and saw what they were, so I'm gonna look through them. I can't wait. I love coupons.
I'm gonna show you what they sent, and then you can read the letter and see who it's from.
Oh, because I don't know who this is from.
That's fine.
Oh, Dunkin' Donuts new coffee bar. French vanilla, caramel, creamy coffee, and hazelnut. So this is original, and this is creamy coffee with hazelnut. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think that we have seen these.
I still think
we
it's in there, you
tried
can't
something Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't remember what it was. But I mean, this is like a full candy bar, which is really cool. They're manufactured in by the Whole Coffee Company in Miami, Florida. Dear Tammy and Kevin, we love your channel and think you both are awesome. After watching your recent review of the new Dunkin' cereals, we wanted to send you a few of their candy bars to try. Although you may have them available where you live, we've only ever seen them at one local store here in Rhode Island, and figured sending them would be a better idea than trying to find them yourselves. We had very low expectations when first trying them, and they ended up blowing us away. We were impressed with not only the flavors and texture, but also the quality of the ingredients. While we love each flavor, we're particularly huge fans of the French vanilla. We hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Pete and Nate, the Takedown Twins. I like that.
For what?
And they're in Rhode Island. Thank you so much. I have not seen these. So, yeah. That's what I was trying to think of. I thought we just tried something from Dunkin' Donuts. What was it? It was those cereals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Now we know that your favorite flavor is the French vanilla. We'll have to see which one we like the best and compare notes. So that's fun when you all have tried things too. This is from Josh. Oh, and I won't say anything. It's in a small box.
But you're wrong.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is something you've been looking for.
I had a guess of what was in this. Oh, thank you.
I thought you would appreciate it.
Okay, I had a guess of what Josh sent. Josh always surprises me. He sends me things like just every once in a while, like, you know, every 6 months or so, I'll get a random box from Josh. And it's always something really cool that he has been able to find in Minnesota that I cannot find here. So when I saw this little box, this was the box. I don't want to show his address. This was the box. So when I saw that box, I'll tell you what I guessed, Josh, because I know you're watching this. I guessed that it was, they have a new Brock's candy corn. It's called Turkey Dinner. That's what I thought he had sent. I told Kevin, I said, I bet you anything it's that Turkey Dinner Brock's, because our Walgreens, we've gone in our Walgreens and they've already told us that they're not getting stuff out for like 3 more weeks. So even if they have those in the back, they won't be coming out front.
You've been looking for these.
Yes, I am even more thrilled about these. These are the M&M's chocolate popcorn flavored candies. I cannot wait to try these. As a matter of fact, I just had Kevin check a store out a week ago because I had heard they were spotted in this particular store, and he went and they did not have them. So thank you very, very much. Yes, I was dying for these, so I appreciate it so much. That's awesome of you that you found these. So we had a box from Daniel in Missouri, and Kevin and I opened this box on camera, and then I went to look at the video and it was messed up. So I'm refilming for you all what Daniel sent us from Missouri. He sent us the Otts. This is barbecue sauce, Silver Dollar City from Branson, Missouri. It says Otts original recipe, sweet hickory and Ozark. Then he sent us some 15 bean soup. He sent us some chili Mexican seasoning, some Chef Boyardee mac and cheese, some cheesy burger macaroni, and some SpongeBob Chef Boyardee. Kevin will review all 3 of these on his Lunchtime Review channel, because he hasn't reviewed any of these. And then we'll review these on this channel. This is the, I guess you pronounce this Deseret Farms. This is condensed chicken flavored rotini soup. And this is a beef stew. And then he also sent us the Swiss Miss Cafe blends. So these are cocoa coffee blends. This is the mocha, and this is caramel macchiato. So these will be like hot chocolate blends. So thank you very, very much to Daniel.